This is News 3 Now at 10.
And thanks for joining us tonight. Charlotte has the evening off. There have been more confirmed COVID-19 cases in Wisconsin over the past 24 hours than any day since the pandemic began. Health officials today say there are 330 new cases across the state. Numbers have been high recently. Health officials say it's because of increases in testing. The State Department of Health Services says there are now nearly 7,000 confirmed cases, of which nearly half have recovered. Brown County continuing to get hit hard lately near Green Bay. Now with more than 1,000 cases confirmed, and today health officials there announced the Resch Center near Lambeau Field will be used as a testing site. Also today, leaders from across the state are meeting virtually to discuss the issue of coronavirus and race. News 3's Adam Duxter was on that call, joins us now with the latest details. Adam?
Well, Eric, despite the African-American population making up just 6% of Wisconsin's total population, the demographic accounts for nearly a quarter of all the positive coronavirus tests so far. And today's state reps, doctors, and other state officials met on a call to take a closer look at that statistic. In Milwaukee County, the statistics of coronavirus and race are quickly gaining the attention of medical officials.
Milwaukee was actually one of the leaders in that because we reported our cases by race.
Out of 3,016 cases, 1,304 are linked to the African-American community, which is nearly equal the next two racial demographics combined. Today, state leaders addressed those numbers in a teletown hall.
It's the lack of access to health care and affordable health care. You know, people don't always have a primary care physician. People don't always show up to a doctor if they're feeling sick because they don't know how they're going to pay for it.
Lisa Payton Kerr, founding CEO and president of Black Women's Wellness, says in Dane County the numbers aren't quite as drastic, but says prior to COVID-19, African-American communities were more likely to be impacted by unemployment or underemployment, to be less insured than other Wisconsinites, and to be disproportionately represented among essential workers who are at higher risk.
And it really highlights a continuous pattern of disparity and inequality in the state of Wisconsin that is very alarming.
She says her organization is now pushing for more comprehensive testing and says this pandemic has allowed people to see the disparities firsthand.
This should be an opportunity and an opening for us as a state, as a county, as a region to talk about how we will address health disparities and the economic disparities that drive them so that we can have a different narrative in the future.
As part of the Badger Bounce Back plan from Governor Evers, the state is trying to increase the amount of tests it can administer each day. Now, Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes saying on that call today, one of the lasting impacts this pandemic will have is trying to make sure everyone has access to health care.
Adam Duxter live tonight. New at 10, Wisconsin has received a delivery of 230,000 N95 masks from the Federal Emergency Management Agency. This afternoon, the governor thanked FEMA, saying the delivery is badly needed by folks working on the front lines of the fight against COVID-19. The Department of Workforce Development says it had to remove unemployment payments from accounts at U.S. Bank tonight after what they're calling a technical glitch. In a statement, DWD says the glitch caused double payments to be sent to those accounts. They say the payments have been removed for the time being while they try to fix the error. They will be redistributed when that fix is made. Across the country today marked one of the worst snapshots of the labor market in modern U.S. history. 3.8 million Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week, pushing the unemployment rate to 14% in April, the highest since the U.S. started releasing data back in 1948. In total now, since the pandemic started, 30 million people have filed for unemployment. And for the second time since the pandemic began, state lawmakers met both virtually and in person, this time to discuss the effect the coronavirus is having on the state's economy. The Committee on State Affairs met with business owners, an executive from the business lobby Wisconsin Manufacturers and Commerce, and the secretary appointee of the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, Missy Hughes. Lawmakers talked to all of them to get a sense of how the pandemic is affecting the businesses and discuss the merits and downfalls of the administration's plans for reopening.
Critical teamwork is required to assure a smooth transition from one runner to the next. As public health passes the baton to economic recovery, WEDC is taking steps now to facilitate this smooth transition.
Businesses shared their successes and frustrations with how things have been handled. Tim Metcalf from Metcalf's Market talked about how he's increased pay for frontline workers and upped sanitation efforts. Other businesses, one in manufacturing, talked about fewer customers and potentially devastating impacts. As the coronavirus changes so many facets of life, ambulances are adjusting their procedures as well. Paratech Ambulance Service in Madison has bought a dozen ozone generators. That converts oxygen to another gas that can destroy any bacteria or virus in the ambulance. Since March, Paratech has transported more than 700 suspected COVID-19 patients, 150 who were confirmed positive. Many of us have watched this pandemic unfold from the safety of our homes, but an inmate at the Wisconsin Resource Center State Prison has been watching it from inside the prison. He sent us a letter describing what it's been like to watch what's happening in a world he can't be part of. He writes in part, quote, "Every time I see coverage of COVID-19, I think about my family and regret that I can't be there to help them. Both my parents are high-risk individuals. My stepdad works at a grocery store. My grandma lives in a nursing home. I worry about them constantly because even if they do everything in their power to follow CDC guidelines, they could get sick because someone else decided to ignore them." That was part of a letter sent from a man named Jared Spencer. And for that full letter that he sent to us, you can read it. It's at channel3000.com. In Lansing today, hundreds of people gathered at the Michigan State Capitol with hope that the governor, Gretchen Whitmer, will drop her stay home, stay safe order. Police estimate crowd size there between 800 and 1,000, similar to last week's protest in Madison. Protesters argue the governor has overstepped her authority. In New York City, the U.S. Navy hospital ship Comfort is now on its way back to Norfolk, Virginia. The ship has been docked in the city since last month. During that time, the Comfort saw 182 patients, and many of the state's other field hospitals have gone largely unused. There was no immediate information about a prospective second deployment for the Comfort or whether the ship might sail to another destination. New York City and county officials, they're also taking some unprecedented action. Starting next week, they will suspend subway traffic in New York for a night for deep cleaning. Governor Andrew Cuomo says every rail, every pole, every door, every surface that can be touched will be cleaned. A massive undertaking that has never been done before. On the opposite side of the country, California Governor Gavin Newsom ordered the closure of Orange County beaches today after crowds packed the waterfront there during a heat wave last weekend. Calling it a temporary pause, Governor Newsom told reporters the beaches may reopen very quickly if further guidelines are worked out. The governor said about 100 beaches along the state's coastline, about 5% saw large crowds. The White House has launched an initiative. It's called Operation Warp Speed, focused at rapidly getting a vaccine for the virus.
I hope we're going to have a vaccine, and we're going to fast track it like you've never seen before.
And the president today also announcing more funding and supplies are on the way and that a new coronavirus safety commission is being set up, all to assist the nation's nursing homes. Meanwhile, Vice President Mike Pence traveled to his home state of Indiana today, where he toured a GM plant that is manufacturing ventilators in Kokomo after drawing criticism for not wearing a face covering during a recent trip to the Mayo Clinic on Tuesday. The vice president, as you can see, wore a mask for today's visit. State of Georgia now allowing people to get their driver's licenses without having to take a driver's test during the pandemic. Qualifying teenagers in the state just need their parents' permission to get one. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp signed an executive order last week that is still in effect. Other requirements like completing necessary driving hours with parents is still required. Several Wisconsin state parks will welcome back visitors tomorrow with special conditions. The state's DNR has reduced hours, created capacity limits, and closed restrooms at parks to allow for social distancing. Officials say they will have property staff and conservation wardens monitoring all parks daily. They do plan to make adjustments, including closures to park operations as needed.
Only concern is that we just want people to have a good, safe, fun time at the properties. We want them to be respectful of the natural resource, of each other, of the staff, and to really be prepared and to manage their expectations.
State officials are also recommending people check out dnr.wi.gov, the website for the DNR in Wisconsin, for live updates regarding capacity limits and closures before they make a visit. Annual park stickers will be required for entry, but not sold on site. Remember that. They can be purchased online or over the phone. Well, May begins now, less than 2 hours. Let's start it off with warmer weather, shall we? Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti, our first warn forecast. Gary?
Well, we'll see mild weather for the first 3 days of the month. The next week after that, probably not so mild. Let's take a look at the time lapse from the WIC Skycam looking off toward the east. You can see the back edge of the cloudiness that was with us for the last couple of days moving off pretty quickly to the east, and then that just gave us bright sunshine and almost no clouds whatsoever through the day all the way through sunset. As we check out Doppler track, you can see almost no rain anywhere in the upper Midwest, a few sprinkles in southern Michigan and northern Indiana, and a couple up in northwestern Minnesota. That could be our next chance of rain with a slight chance for a shower tomorrow afternoon. High temperature in Madison today, 66. Will be about the same for tomorrow. It hit 71 in Boscobel, but a little cooler closer to Lake Michigan. Right now, temperatures are in the low to mid 40s closer to the lake. Madison has dropped to 48, but farther to the west, a few places still seeing temperatures in the 50s. By morning, we'll be down into the upper 30s to the lower 40s. Look for partly sunny skies tomorrow morning, more clouds in the afternoon, and a slight chance for a late day shower with a high of 67. The weekend looks mild, but cooler weather is on the way for next week. I'll have more details on weather in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. A couple sports stories tonight. The NFL announcing changes to salaries due to the pandemic. Commissioner Roger Goodell, who normally makes about $30 million a year, has reportedly reduced his salary to zero as football feels the economic pinch due to coronavirus. Other NFL employees will be taking pay cuts or furloughs. According to a report in the Sports Business Journal, the regular season may not begin until October 15th, with the Super Bowl possibly being pushed back to the end of February. Major League Baseball caving to pressure from fans who bought season tickets but haven't been able to attend any games. Now the league is saying teams can refund fans. The big question, though, is will they offer credits for next season instead? So far, one plan for Major League Baseball has it returning in late June or July with games played in select cities with lower rates of coronavirus infection. Also today, Little League World Series organization announced the 2020 Little League World Series has been canceled, along with senior baseball tournaments and softball tournaments as well. Little League World Series President Stephen Keener cited the challenges of travel for all teams around the country and internationally to hold regional and championship tournaments.
It was inevitable, and we learned through consultation with these officials that it would be irresponsible and impossible to bring teams and thousands of people from all over the world into the community of women's sport, as well as those other 6 communities that have been such great friends and supporters of ours for many years.
Well, he says the states and countries begin to reopen and allow activities to be pursued. It's then and only then that he would advise any Little League teams or organizations to start their 2020 summer seasons. And still ahead tonight, a major retailer says it'll start its reopening process early next week. And 2 major automakers say they will keep their American plants closed indefinitely. We will have an update straight ahead. Stay with us.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. Many of you still need to be on the road right now. Toyota is here to help.
We're offering an incredible 0% on our most popular Toyotas. That's 0% on Camry, 0% on RAV4, or 0% on Tacoma. Plus, Toyota will defer your payments for up to 90 days. And if you need service for your current vehicle, our service centers remain open.
We're here for you. Contact your local Toyota dealer to see how they can help. Toyota.
I'm bad. You're stronger than you know. So strong. You power through chronic migraine. 15 or more headache or migraine days a month. One tough mother. You're bad enough for Botox. Botox has been preventing headaches and migraines before they even start for almost 10 years and is the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine treatment. Botox is for adults with chronic migraine. 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Go on with your bad self. You may pay as little as $0 for Botox. Ask your doctor about Botox for chronic migraine.
You got this.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. keep believing, keep being strong, keep supporting the people on the front line, keep staying together while staying apart, keep being fearless, and most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
Are you nervous about leaving your parents' phone plan?
You got this.
You could have.
It's just a plan. Nope.
Individual plan phobia.
Plan phobia? Mm-hmm. We got your back.
Switch to your own plan at US Cellular and get $400 back.
Plan phobia? They got your back.
Switch and get $400 back. Only at US Cellular. Choose fair.
Hi, folks. Tomorrow morning, it is finally Friday, and Hetty has an amazing weekend forecast in store for us.
We'll tell you why thousands of workers across the country are planning a nationwide sick out and share what local workers have to say.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
And welcome back. A new partnership between Dane County, local farmers, and Second Harvest Food Bank is making sure people have food on the table during the pandemic. Today, the county announced it's providing $3 million in relief funds to Second Harvest for use over the next 90 days. That money comes from the Federal CARES Act. Two major automakers, Volkswagen and Fiat Chrysler, are postponing the planned reopenings of their U.S. factories, citing concerns about worker safety. Volkswagen delaying the restart of its factory in Chattanooga indefinitely. The company said in a statement today it was originally going to reopen May 3rd. The German automaker had stopped production at the factory back on March 21st. And Fiat Chrysler, which had said in early April it would restart its factories around May 4th, also announced it is indefinitely postponing its reopening. The company said in a statement that the methods and practices used in reopening factories in China and Italy would serve as models for how the company would reopen facilities here in the U.S. Macy's will start reopening stores as early as next week. The retailer announced plans to open 68 stores on a limited basis starting Monday. Macy's CEO says it'll start with stores in states that are easing coronavirus social distancing restrictions. Georgia, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Texas, and Tennessee. All 775 stores for Macy's could be up and running in the next 6 weeks. Target employees are getting ready to call out of work tomorrow in a planned sick out, citing health concerns during the pandemic. Managers at all three Madison Target stores say they are aware of the planned protest, but don't believe any local employees will be participating. The same cannot be said nationally. The group Target Workers Unite claims the company is more focused on sales than employee health and says Target is only taking half measures to protect them against the virus. Fast food chain Chick-fil-A trying something new, now offering a new meal kit for customers to buy and reheat at home. It's a chicken parmesan kit for two. Costs $15, delivered or ordered at the drive-thru. The kit includes 2 breaded fillets, marinara sauce, cheese, and a side of creamy garlic and lemon pasta. Chick-fil-A will start selling its new product at locations nationwide as early as May 4th. A double rainbow, the symbol of support and solidarity of UK health workers, appeared over London this evening, shortly before the weekly Clap for Carers applause was due to sound out in the city. This was the view from Chelsea Harbour, southwest London. Clap for Carers takes place each Thursday, 8 p.m. It's to pay tribute to those on the front lines of the coronavirus outbreak. Well, those winds today, some winds of change in our weather as we head to the weekend. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti looks ahead and his first warned forecast. Gary?
No rainbow around here, and that's because there was no rain, and we had bright sunshine for just about the entire day today. Time-lapse from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville shows just how clear the skies were all day. You could not find a cloud anywhere once we got past about mid-morning, and those clouds were east of Madison and moving away. But things are clear tonight. As we look at 3 things you need to know in the forecast, look for cloudy skies to return by tomorrow afternoon. There is a slight chance for a shower late tomorrow into tomorrow night, but that will lead to very mild conditions this weekend. High temperatures in the middle 70s on Saturday and lower 70s on Sunday. Unfortunately, we're back to below normal temperatures for next week, beginning on Monday and lasting through the following weekend. High temperatures only in the upper 50s to the lower 60s, when we should be in the mid to upper 60s by the end of the 10-day period. And there'll also be some shower chances. Not a continuous rain. I don't see any days being a washout, but there'll be some times where we'll be having to deal with showers. West. On weather track tonight, you can see even though the upper level winds are from the north, the lower level winds are going to shift to the southeast, and that's a sign that the atmosphere is starting to warm up, and that milder air out to the west of us will be heading in our direction. As we check out the surface weather map, there's a weak area of high pressure just out to the west, but also, more importantly, a warm front that'll be heading in our direction. And on the other side of that warm front, temperatures were pretty mild today. In fact, just downright warm. Temperatures were in the 80s as far north as the U.S.-Canadian border. Denver was at 81. Pueblo, Colorado topped out at 94 degrees today. But you can see we're in the 60s, not too bad. 70s just out to the west. And like I say, they should be here for the weekend. We'd hit 70 tomorrow if we didn't have cloud cover. Temperatures right now generally in the 50s and 60s. On future track, you can see those clouds starting to come in by late tomorrow morning into tomorrow afternoon. Just a slight chance for a shower into tomorrow night. Notice how we clear out by Saturday morning. Temperatures on Saturday, mid-70s. There'll be a few clouds Saturday night, and then Sunday we're back to more sunshine, and temperatures, they'll be back into the lower 70s. The next weather system, those showers out to the west, will arrive here by Monday afternoon. Over the next 10 days, temperatures will be above normal this weekend, but like I said, below normal beginning on Monday and lasting through next weekend. The 8 to 14-day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center calling for below normal temperatures through much of the eastern part of the country with warm weather out west, but below normal precipitation with a very quiet weather pattern. The new monthly outlook from the Climate Prediction Center now calling for below normal temperatures from Madison on toward the northeast for the month of May, with above normal temperatures centered over the southwestern part of the country and a below normal precipitation expected across much of the upper Midwest. For tomorrow, look for a high temperature of 67 degrees, a chance for a late day shower, otherwise more sun in the morning, more clouds in the afternoon, and that 7 to 10 day forecast calls for temperatures to be very mild for the weekend, but then we drop right back into the 50s and 60s next week. Chance of showers perhaps from Monday afternoon into Tuesday, and then again from Thursday afternoon into Friday morning, and then into Saturday. So, I mean, just off and on chances, not continuous rain, but again, we're just going to have to keep the umbrella handy and be used to the cool weather.
We can handle 57, 59 if we
but
get
it should
through.
Be closer to 70. That's the problem.
We get that this weekend, though, so we'll get a little taste of that.
We always get 2 days. We're owed something here.
They always do that. Jesus. Gary, thank you. Coming up in sports, the NASCAR season is back. Where and when the green flag will fly again. Zach is in next with sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
With Mother's Day just around the corner, now's your chance to show Mom how much she means to you with a gift she'll love from Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Like this closeout women's Carhartt Force shirt, just $24.99. Get $100 off this KitchenAid stand mixer. This insulated lunch tote set is just $12.99 while supplies last. Assorted Farm and Fleet chocolates are just $3.49 each. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
At Sprint, our priority is keeping our customers, employees, and communities safe. During these uncertain times, we want you to get great service without leaving the safety of your home. Shop at Sprint.com for free next-day shipping and no activation fees on our best new phone deals, like a Samsung Galaxy phone for just $0 a month. Plus, you'll also get a $100 prepaid MasterCard when you switch online. Stay healthy and visit Sprint.com to get the services you need.
Help is what we've always given. So thank you to our helpers at BMO and beyond. Thank you to the healers, the fighters, the all-nighters, the cleaners, the movers, the 18-wheelers. Thank you to the farmers, the grocers, the above and beyonders. Thank you to all the frontliners for keeping our lives moving when the world needs to stop.
Together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, You have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
In these uncertain times, it has never been more important to maintain a clean home or business. We are prepared to get your space back to clean and healthy again. We've added a new EPA-registered cleaner that disinfects hard surfaces and deep cleans carpet, rugs, and upholstery. Remember, we disinfect our equipment after every job and disinfect our vehicles daily. We believe in doing things the right way. That's why we've been your trusted partner in clean for over 70 years.
There's a lot going on with the Beloit Snappers. On Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays, they're doing a ballpark drive-thru where they sell brats, hot dogs, and hamburgers, even though the season is postponed. They're in the process of building a $34 million brand new stadium, just waiting to start digging. And they were named in a group of potential minor league teams to be cut from the league. But Snappers GM Jeff Gray says once the season gets going, there'll be baseball in Beloit.
For us, it's just we keep our nose down and just focus on being ready when we can play. So, we try not to let those distractions bother us. We're just excited, not only to get, some of the 20 season in, but, with the new stadium right around the corner, it's really, really exciting to come to the ballpark. We're still cutting the grass. We're still maintaining the field. We're ready to go.
2 weeks ago, Matt Kenseth was training for the London Marathon. Now the Cambridge native is back in the driver's seat, and he won't have long to wait to get back out on the track. NASCAR is returning May 17th with 7 races in 11 days, all run without fans, starting in Darlington with the Cup Series because their one-day shows. Practice and qualifying will be eliminated for all the events, except the Coca-Cola 600 on May 24th in Charlotte. The Packers donated $250,000 to healthcare systems in the Green Bay area to provide personal protective equipment for doctors, nurses, and staff working during the coronavirus. Packers president and CEO Mark Murphy said in his statement, quote, "The Packers are proud to support the dedicated men and women who are working hard each day to take care of our community." And the football season might be up in the air, but it doesn't mean you still can't be prepared. This is Badger commit J.P. Benchel, and that's a Jeep. And the 4-star left tackle is moving it with ease. Now, if the last name sounds familiar, it's because it is. His dad, his uncle, and both brothers, Bo and Luke, all played at Wisconsin. What a workout. We're back after this.
For over 40 years, Kitchen Idea Center has partnered with discerning contractors, designers, and architects, bringing their clients' vision to life, featuring Play-Doh woodwork cabinetry. Kitchen Idea Center, designing for you and your life.
We asked real customers what they really love about Spectrum Internet and TV.
Spectrum Internet has the fastest speeds for everything I do.
There is no turning wheel. It's immediate.
Spectrum's the fastest. Bam.
Get the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance with Spectrum Internet, delivering starting speeds of 200 megabits. That's more than enough for all your devices for $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
I can't get over how much on-demand Spectrum has. I can literally watch a new movie every night.
I got all my shows, and he's got all his shows.
With the Spectrum TV app, I can watch live TV anywhere. It's perfect.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go, all from $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
The fact that they don't have contracts, that says a lot about their service.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Install Spectrum services yourself. Get a self-installation kit shipped right to your home. Call 833-906-4499.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? A cool breeze on a scorching day, a cozy corner on a cold night, or knowing every room of the house is as inviting as the next. Comfort means more than just the temperature, and the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable, like cool cash rebates of up to $1,650. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Call Footville Heating and Cooling, serving the Janesville area. In the Sauk County area, call Prairie Plumbing and Heating.
The way you get through hard times is to hold strong to your values. At Group Health Cooperative, our common values have sustained us for over 4 decades. Now is no different. We are here, in our clinics, but we want you to be safer at home. That's why GHC has more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Searching for a new kitchen? Look no further than Kitchen Ideas Center, a trusted kitchen design center for over 40 years, featuring Play-Doh woodwork cabinetry. Kitchen Ideas Center, designing for you and your life.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today.
And Gary's back. We take one final check of the forecast.
Well, with the clear skies and the lighter winds, that lake-cooled air can work inland a little bit more. So you can see temperatures from Madison eastward are generally in the 40s, whereas to the west, we still have Mineral Point at 57 and Platteville at 54. Tomorrow, look for a mild day, high temperatures in the upper 60s. We'll see more sunshine in the morning, more clouds in the afternoon, maybe a late day shower into tomorrow night, and then that sets up a very mild weekend. 75 Saturday, 71 Sunday. Cooler weather returns for next week, some off and on shower chances. Also be a lot of dry hours in there as well, but back to a little more early spring-like weather.
All right, Gary, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10. We hope you have a great Thursday night. Take care.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
We all want to make smart decisions. We all want to get back to normal as quickly as possible. And we all want to stay safe and healthy. These are shared concerns, and we acknowledge it's a tough balance. We're looking for guidance. We're looking for information we can trust. Thursday, the governor's office released the names of dozens of organizations on record supporting the extension of the Safer at Home order being challenged in the Wisconsin Supreme Court. And we're struck by the breadth of this nonpartisan coalition. These are healthcare providers and professionals, nonpartisan community groups, advocates for low-income and elderly citizens, and the Wisconsin Council of Churches, among others, representing tens of thousands of Wisconsinites who want to reopen, but only when it's safe to do so. These are voices we can trust. They care about all of us, and they believe we remain safer at home.